unfortunately not what you or I want or expect. I would imagine, I would surmise, you really want. So, as an age-old question then, coloured snow foams, do they work? Are they any good? Is there any use case for them over and above what you would be usually using, maybe from a big brand? In this case, Motor Riva Car Care, which is basically a brand of ABC Parts Spain. They're actually permanently out of business and closed now, so but these are still readily available on Amazon on same day, next day delivery on Amazon Prime. When you look at these on Amazon then, there isn't too much information on there, as there isn't on the label. There's probably a reason for that. It's in Spanish and Portuguese only. There's no English label on Amazon either, or instructions or anything. And then when you look at these, basically it's all the same warnings as usual. It basically says annex surfactants at less than 5%, perfumes, and limonene, which limonene is an expensive product used in car care industry. So what you think you're getting, which is the cheapest coloured snow foam on Amazon, and you're talking about £8, dollars or euros, depending where you are for this product, for 500ml or 450ml in this case. So it's not too cheap, when you're looking at sort of that £15 to £20, euros or dollars, you're getting a 1 litre, snow foam. For most big brands are around that. You can get the pH neutral stuff like Koch Chemie's GSF or Gyeon's Q2M foam, as I'm always using. Right then, we're just having a quick look at the condition. So you can see there's plenty of road film there. Car's actually probably the dirtiest since I've got it. I tend to keep up to it a bit better than this, but I've had a lot going on last couple of weeks. And again, same down here. Absolutely blathered. Plenty of road film, be a good test for it. Right, so you join me just as I'm about to clean the wheels then, pre-foam. So usually we do a wheel clean. So I'm going to pre-rinse the wheels just to get any of the worst off. And then I'll do a full contact wash and everything. So we're back after wheel cleaning. That's when you're rejoining me now. Probably showed you me cleaning one of them. So this rear one here. we're just going over normal wheel cleaning methods. I'll put a card up in the top now for basically another video where I go through wheel cleaning as well. So if you want something more in depth on what I use, both tooling and soaps and everything process, I'll put that in top left now for you to have a look at the other video. Tyres as well we've done today because of the dirt on the tyres. Don't always usually clean tyres, but we've cleaned tyres today, and we'll make sure we redress those as well. Now we're going to go on with the snowfall. This is what it looks like. We're all mixed, ready. 9:1 dilution. We want 2 full foams out of this today because we're going to do the foam rinse foam method. So we're only at 5.5 out of 9 on dilution, so we'll see what it's like. If it's not the best, we might turn it up a little bit. Maybe go up to that 7 what I'm usually at. So let's see how it goes. That has gone from 5 to 7 to 9. Absolutely horrible dilutions. We're going to see that bit stronger. So we're basically at 1:1 now. Put that entire thing in there. So the dilution out. So it's basically 1 part product, 1 part water. So that's 1:1 that time. We're only at 5.5 ton dilution, so we could have made it a bit stronger, but basically wanted to go over the whole thing twice. So as we've used a full bottle and we're at 1:1, we have to conserve a bit of that. We could make the foam a little bit stronger, a little bit thicker. So that's at 5.5. We ramp it right up to 9. You can see that is a bit better. Still not what would be expected at that when you ramp it right up just to actually get some foam. At 1:1 makes it so uneconomical to use. It's not really worth it straight away then. If you're using it at the strongest dilution to get good thick foam, you will get round the car once, very lightly, but not twice if you're going to do a foam rinse foam and you've used a full bottle. So you're looking at £8, £9, dollars, euros just for a single wash in this case, which isn't ideal. It's not really what we're looking for, and it makes it very uneconomical. So that is what I would call pretty disastrous results then. Certainly not something that I'd be looking to use. When you're looking at my normal go-to at the minute, what I'm using is Gyeon's Q2 foam. Super economical, right up to 15:1. At 9:1 you get lovely thick foam, and that's at sort of 5.5 to 7 out of 9 on my foam cannon. If you're up at 9, it's really nice. You go down to actually recommended label use at 5:1 for Gyeon's foam. Really super. That first pre-wash, and well, it's pretty much a disaster. It's done nothing. So you can see where it's all sheeting down the panelling where it's split lower door. So there's absolutely no water behaviour there whatsoever. And when you look, the bits that are actually drying now, they are absolutely filthy. So this pre-foam has done nothing. Absolutely terrible. Would not recommend whatsoever. And even taking the little bit of dirt here off the wheel arch. So if you can see that now, that's it. But here, down the door, you can clearly see all the road film is still there. Terrible water behaviour where it's separated. Look at the state of that. So then, you join me after pre-foaming essentially a second time. I were hoping to use this for the contact wash. So we're going to go ahead now and do a contact wash. Right, so that's the extremely reluctant contact wash done. After pre-foaming once, rinsing, foaming again, and then doing a contact wash. Now we're going to give it a rinse, see how that is. Right, so that's all the car rinse down, all the foam and everything off after the contact wash. What we're going to do now is hook the DI water system up and give it a final rinse. Right, unfortunately, camera died during that last bit, so we'd hooked the DI water up. We've now give everything a final rinse through the jet wash with the DI water. And that's it for today's wash. So I think what we can establish from that then is that this motor Rover car care, when you're looking how economical it is per wash, you know, when you're looking at normal dilutions, sort of 9:1, which, you know, most foams can handle when you're looking at about 100ml in a 1 litre foam cannon. In this case, I had to go right up to 1:1 and use the full 450ml bottle, and even then with the snow foam cannon turned right up to number 9, it's basically subpar. The snow foam that you actually got out the cannon was something, you know, more akin to a built amber touchless or auto foam, that real runny foam, but what it doesn't have is that cleaning power that those products have, which is what they're well known for, and not so much the thick foam. So with this, you're basically getting the worst of everything. No thick foam, no cleaning power. So, hope you found that useful today then. Unfortunately, not what you or I want or expect, I would imagine. I would surmise, you know. You really want these to work, they look fun, they look cool. If they don't work, and they're not basically serving their primary function, which is to pre-foam and pre-clean your car, if you're using this as a dedicated pre-wash, then it's not doing what you want it to. As we've discussed out there, way too runny. You know, it's not making good foam at 9:1 or any foam really at all. Even at 1:1 on the max dilution on the Canon as well, it's really substandard. And as well as being substandard foam, there's absolutely no cleaning power. So we've seen bits that were starting to sheet and dry off pretty quick today, even though it's really cold out. You know. So in this case, Motor Reeves Car Care. You know, you might see it on Amazon and think, oh, that's cheap. It is a 450ml. So when you're paying £8, £9, dollars, euros, you might think, cost per wash, it's similar to some big brands that are a litre and they're up at £15, £20, euros, dollars. But you think when you're looking at the dilutions you're getting out of those products, out between 5 and 15 to 1, depending on which brand or product you're using. If you're doing a 9:1, which is fairly common really, those are not too bad. You're down looking at about £1 a wash with some of those pre-wash products, those snow foams, so they're not bad. This is obviously now used at a 1:1 to get any sort of foam whatsoever with still zero cleaning power. You're looking at 8, 9 euros, dollars, pounds. So not something you'd really want to be getting into. It just makes a really expensive and substandard clean. Hope you found it useful. I hope you watch this and then steer clear of them yourself. If you think, oh, that looks interesting or fun, or maybe it's a bit something different, I'll just try it for myself. I thought exactly the same thing. And to my detriment, I've tried it now. What I might do in the future is try some alternatives to this that have actually got a better reputation than this and not just what's the cheapest on Amazon. And I also might look at using, say, my own current favourite pre-foam, pre-wash product, and look at maybe pigmenting that myself with some cool colours and seeing if we can still get that great cleaning ability, great foam, and a bit of fun added in at the same time. So as I'm filming this then, we've just done 4 weeks on YouTube. We've had some successful videos and some not so successful videos. We've had some really good views on shorts and things like that. If you're new, I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe for more to come. As I say, we're a brand new channel, looking to get off the ground and make some informational content some weeks, and then some more entertaining stuff other weeks, depending on what we're going into. Yeah, let me know if you would, off the back of this review today and this product that you've seen, if you'd consider trying it yourself. Drop it a like, it always really helps the channel. Send it to someone you know if they're interested. All helps with engagement. Thanks for watching, and YouTube, I'll now show you what it thinks is best for you to watch from what you usually do right here, and hopefully I'll see you next time.